What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show where I'm putting my headphones on at the last second. I have a room full of people. This is our relationship hour. This may be called Lucas Live After Dark. I don't know what it's going to be called. We've been throwing around some names today. I have a great panel of people. I'm going to give you guys a peek over there at that panel. There's just a little peek, just a little peek, just a little peek. Let's see. Make sure my stuff works. Look at them over there. I got 3 ladies, a couple guys. I'm a guy, but I'm the moderator. So I might be able to give a male perspective, but I'm also the moderator. So I got to be careful, not to, mess it up or overdo it. We're going to share this broadcast. Everybody make sure you share the broadcast. If you're watching us on Facebook, hit that share button and share it to your personal page. We appreciate it. Hit those likes and get ready for the conversation. If you're watching this by replay, same rules apply. If you're watching this by replay, we need you to share it also. We need you to comment, get in on the conversation. Don't feel like, oh, I missed it, so I can't say what I got to say. We're still going to come up in the comments at the right time and everything. So people who watch after you will still see it. So, all right, I am going to, we got to be careful because people going to share this morning show. I see that's what's about to happen to me. So I got to make sure I find the show that's on right now. I got on the same shirt, look like a Simpson. All right. Look like, that's what I always think. Was I the only one? Is my screen working? Yeah, I always thought about this. The Simpsons always had on the same clothes. And I always think, was I the only one who on picture day, I always had on the clothes that I had on picture day. And picture day was 6 months later when they gave you your pictures back. They'd be like, oh, this your only outfit? I was like, yeah, I'm a little poor. It was okay. All right, we're gonna talk about some things today. We have some video clips that we're gonna watch that are gonna play. Also, that we're gonna comment on from some other podcasts and things. As this show continues to go and grow, we'd love for you guys to send us some clips and some things for us to uh, be able to comment on. You know what else is really funny right now? Right now, you guys can't hear the guests because they're muted here, but I can hear them loud and clear. So I'm like, if they don't be quiet, what's wrong with these people? Okay, they're getting themselves situated. They're learning how to use their phones and how to share broadcasts. If you just popped in, say hello, everybody. It's their first time on Facebook. Now, what is this? What is the Facebook? What is this? Okay, it's day one. I never heard of this thing. So we have jumped time lapses. We've jumped time zones or something. What's up, Adriana? Adriana is here to make sure her cousin Demetrius behaves. She was on in the comments earlier, but I think she's the younger cousin, so I don't know if she's going to get away with this. But please share the broadcast. I see some buffering going on. Let me make sure. I hope we're not buffering. Of course, today we had the best show ever. We're going to have some buffering. Let me see. It could be all of us because we're all on our phones. I guess everybody's not on the internet. So let me see. You guys let me know. Is it working? Is it clear? If not, we'll give it just a second or we will reset because y'all got to hear what we talking about today, everybody. I'm going to show you. What's up, Jaysha Lily? Hello, hello. Are we smooth or are we buffering? Are we something? Jaysha, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Is it working? No buffering. All right. Thank you, Adriana. Appreciate that. If you can't hear somebody or something goes off, Jaysha, Adriana, my day ones, y'all feel free to jump in the comments and be like, something's wrong. If you're just a regular person who ain't never seen us before and you jump in the comments talking about we ain't doing something right, you get kicked out. I don't like that. No, it's okay. You guys can let us know. What's up, Kirsten? Kirsten here from District 111. She had a staff meeting today or something was going on, and we canceled the meeting this morning. She made an executive decision. She said, oh, I need to be here for this. So thank you so much for being here. We talked about doing some, maybe doing this live at District 111 one day, or game night or something like that. We're looking at, I talked to her the other day. We were talking about it. What's up, Mandy? What's up? I'm showing y'all the people. They don't know. I don't know if they know they're on camera, but I just want y'all to see them. They're not talking yet. Y'all can't hear them. I just want y'all to see the panel. Some ladies and some gentlemen here who are going to share some open conversation. And you guys are a guest as well. So you guys, please share your thoughts and your comments here today in the comments. One of the things I've asked this group is to not agree for agreement's sake. Okay. Now, I don't want them fighting and stuff. I don't want us disrespecting each other. Like, you stupid. You put up with that for how long? Like, we're not going to do that. But we can say, I disagree, or, I feel totally different about that, or I would never give that advice to my daughter, or I would never give that advice to my son, or as a man, or as a woman, or as a single, as a married person, here's what I believe, or as based on my faith. You guys can say those same things in the comments. Like, it is not about us just sitting here agreeing. We have to, there's a scripture that says, come, let us reason together. And I think what we think that means is we just come and amen what everybody else says. But when you just amen what everybody else says, you never grow. You never learn. You never learn how to apply your beliefs, the word, whatever it is that you believe in to your life, because all you ever did was amen somebody else's belief, and some of their belief was based on their life. So please share. Dr. Latrice Snodgrass, welcome, welcome. I don't know how you in the comments. and you were supposed to be here in the studio. You said you had a meeting or you was busy or something. You are in trouble. This is your warning. Dr. Snodgrass, Dr. Litchi, she's gonna come. She's gonna join us in the future, and she's also one who wants to help us take this show on the road one day. We'll see what happens with this thing. So thank you so much, Mandy. What's going on? What's up? What's up? Couple quick announcements before we jump into the show. R&B Fest is happening this weekend. I will be your MC. I'm excited about that. There was an announcement today that it will be at the Civic Center instead of Centennial Plaza. They are expecting rain or a storm or something, and I was like, I don't be outside in no rain. It ain't gonna be, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was probably the real headliners and stuff. So they decided to move it inside to the Civic Center. If you bought tickets, same rules apply. A lot of people didn't understand how they were going to block off Centennial Plaza. They was ready to like bum rush the door like they did the Jay-Z concert or something. I don't know, but clearly you know how the Civic Center works. So buy those tickets, $32, buy one, get one free on Ticketmaster. That's the full cost. Or you can go down to the Civic Center and the buy one, get one free isn't available. But if you just, don't like Ticketmaster, which I fully understand, you can go down there and just buy your tickets. We want people to come out. There's still a lot of tickets available, but if we want R&B Fest and things like this in our area, we have to support it. If you need more information, please reach out to me. If you got your tickets, let me know in the comments. If you're coming to the concert, we also have some great local bands. The Unit Band, phenomenal group. They will be performing. The Michael Johnson Experience will be performing. Phenomenal. The Robert Johnson. Did I say Michael? Robert Johnson Experience. I don't know what I said there. And Light the Flow will be performing her new song there live. So you guys want to make sure you check that out. Don't miss it. Say what's up in the comments so I can see y'all are still here. I see y'all. Some people said what's up. I need y'all to keep commenting. I need to see those comments. Y'all got to warm it up because y'all gonna be talking all day. I need y'all comments as much as I need this panel to talk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna jump in. I'm going to be playing some clips as well for you guys to respond to and for our panel to respond to. But let me bring it over to the panel. Hello. Let me unmute them too. That's kind of important too. Good morning. Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing?
Good evening. Good.
Hello. So we'll start. Janine. We'll start ladies first. The furthest from me, Janine. Hello. Say hello and tell everybody who you are. And I don't know if you guys. I'm not going to, I was going to ask you guys to tell us your relationship status. You don't have to say that. You can if you want to, you don't have to. But I would like to have you say hello. Tell people who you are.
Hello, I am Janine Britt, and I am single.
Okay, Janine Britt is single. Because one day we're going to bring people back and play the dating game. One day we're going to bring more people back. We're going to play singles and stuff, and we're going to mix it up. All right, I'm hearing a little static on my line. Don't worry, guys. I got a lot of extra stuff plugged in. I'm going to be working that out as we go. We'll make it happen. We'll make it work. Okay, in the middle, who do we have here?
Ashanti Monroe, single.
Ashanti Monroe, single. Now, Ashanti is part of the reason we had the show. She's certainly part of the reason why we had it so fast. Ashanti online going viral. Every time I post a clip of her, it goes crazy. Like, I'll be texting, I'll be like, Ashanti, I just posted this clip like 10 minutes ago. She's like, boy, I'm at work. I don't even know what you're talking about. No, she's like, what do you mean?
I really just be talking. I don't know. I mean, I guess, I don't know.
That's my favorite line.
Yes.
I just be talking. That's what she said. I just be talking. I don't be thinking about too much. I'm
No.
just saying. She's just saying what comes to mind. We appreciate that. Keep that open, honest transparency. We appreciate that. I've got a little static. I'm going to fix this as we go. All right. We'll start. Lily, who are you? Tell us about yourself.
Lily Price.
Yes.
I'm married.
Yes.
It's exciting.
Is it?
And great.
I'm married and I like my husband.
I know. I felt like I was supposed to keep saying stuff. Look at me. I'm all in the camera. I'm so excited.
Wait, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I love it. Look at my wife. My beautiful wife is in the comments. What's up, babe? What's up? I was thinking, me and Kareem been together. I mean, next year will be 20 years since we first met, since we first got together. Next year will be 20 years. That's amazing. And
that's how old we are?
Y'all, I'm 24. I met her in the toddler room. I know that
relationship and the longevity. I'm over here like, dang,
that's old. Lord, that's old. Yes. 20 years we've been married. 17 years. It'll be 18 years next year. That's amazing. And she's an amazing entrepreneur, an amazing person, and the hardest working person. She is the most creative, organized person I've ever met. Most creatives struggle with organization. Right? It's like, how do I organize my business around all my talent, right? Mm-hmm. She's the most organized person anyway, and then she's the most creative person. So the fact that she can put those two things together is why she's so successful and why I'm so successful. So shout out to her. Buffering a little again. Danny said, okay, y'all let me know if we're buffering a lot. We'll figure it out. We are working this out. I do hear a little bit of static on the line too. Everybody hold your mics up. Everybody who has handheld mics, hold them up. Yeah, I think that solved it. So I think it's y'all static in your pants or something. I don't know what was going on. Y'all got static. Y'all need some downy or some gain sheets or something. I don't know.
Don't look back here. Don't look back here.
What y'all got going on?
They got a heavy static going on in the pants. I don't know what's going on. Didi Backy, what's going on, my man? What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? Janaea, hello. Welcome. If I put somebody up and y'all know them, say what's up to them. Okay, cool. Because I'm like, I don't know where are all these people. I don't know who some of y'all. I don't know some of y'all, but I'm glad you guys are here. Say what's up in the comments if you guys are here. What's up? What's up? Danny is in the comments, and Danny is behind the scenes. Don't let her fool you. I'm gonna throw her a mic. She playing. She like, what are you talking about?
Sit right here.
It's all good. She got to get to her son and run around, but she gonna come on one of these episodes. She gonna come on. All right, let's jump into it. Our guys, tell us who you are. We'll start on the furthest from me. Tell us who you are.
Demetrius Rodriguez.
Welcome to the show. Demetrius Rodriguez is also one of my favorite singers. If you guys don't know, check him out. And another musician. I only bring musician guys on the show. They got to be musically inclined, or they can't come. Gentleman here to my right, left here. Who are you?
Rob Thompson.
Rob Thompson, aka Sexy Rob Thompson. I always tell you guys that when I'm by myself, I don't be like Sexy Rob. I don't say that. I don't call him Sexy Rob unless he got a saxophone in his hands. Otherwise, that'd be weird. Like, why you calling that man sexy from across the street? Like, what is that? I know. Why you say it like that? Right, sexy. What is going on? Okay, let's jump into it. One of the things that we talked about. Is there music? Oh, Centennial Plaza. Okay. They got a movie playing out. They about to have some noise. They're going to compete with us. I'm going to go shut it down. One of the things that we talked about was, let's talk about singleness, okay? Several of you are single, and I ask often about the dating pool. And I hear all kinds of stuff. Shanti said something about poop, pee, and married people, I believe was the quote that she's found in the dating pool with married people. She like,
Pee, poop, and married people.
Okay.
so Ashanti, go ahead and break that down one more time for us. She was on the show a couple weeks ago, if you guys didn't see it, and I was asking her about the dating pool.
What I said.
I told you I ain't been in the dating pool so long. I don't know what the pool looked like, and I don't know if it got rips in it. I don't know if the bottom is coming out. I don't know if it got algae. I don't know what's going on out there with the dating pool. But she said there's pee, poop, and married people. Ashanti, talk to us a little bit about what the dating pool has been like for you.
It's been interesting. I feel like there isn't a lot of authentic people that are dating. But what I did learn is that dating and courtship are two different things. I think I'm looking for more courtship than I am dating, and I think that's where the friction is.
What does that mean, Ashanti? We don't use words like courtship these days. What is this? What is it? Kings and queens? I need someone to court me, and I need someone to give me away with an endowment. What are you talking about? Okay.
Courtship is
And some brothers watching like, I just was at court yesterday. I got a bracelet on my ankle right now. Okay, what is courtship? Okay.
courtship is just dating with a purpose of marriage.
Okay.
Some people are just dating to have fun, and there's no end game to it.
Yeah.
But if you're courting someone, as you're actively looking for your spouse.
Got it. Janine, what is your thought about the dating pool?
I agree with Ashanti.
Mhm.
I haven't started dating yet since, my situation.
Oh, okay. Break it down. No, I'm just kidding. Tell us all your business.
So, but it seems to be exactly what she said. People are dating just to say, I have somebody, or in the way of them getting somebody else. So,
Is it wrong for people to date just to have fun? Lily, what do you think?
No. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to explain.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think so. As long as they're upfront about that's what they're trying to do. I mean, I guess you don't necessarily have to just like be upfront about it just in general. But if you can see that another person is trying to be courted, then you need to be upfront and honest. Like, hey, this is, I just enjoy dating, or I enjoy having sex, or whatever it is that you enjoy doing. I mean, I'm married, but I know that
You lived a life before you were married.
Listen, I've lived a life before
Lily.
marriage, but I will say that to their point, the dating pool sucked 6 years ago. So
I'm
you
assuming
can imagine what it is now.
the dating pool is in a recession. It's still
But-
not getting any better under the
It's
new
been
administration.
one.
It is not
What
getting
do
any
you
better.
mean?
The
It's
dating
terrible.
pool, especially like if a woman is trying
Mm-hmm.
or not trying to get married, but if a woman is looking forward to a positive relationship that's meaningful that could potentially lead to marriage,
There's nobody.
I'm not going to say that there's no one.
Because you got the
But-
ladies out here scared. They over here
No,
like,
no,
Lord.
I told you I found my husband on 12th Street.
Oh, you did?
Okay.
That is
12th
right.
Street,
He was on
right?
12th Street
Cruising
just
on 12th. But
strolling down 12th Street.
y'all got to go down 12th
You got to
Street
go down 12th
in
Street.
the summertime.
Saith the Lord. The second book of Lily says,
Ooh, rolling
Listen, I was willing to go back to a bad situation because the dating pool was so bad. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yes.
So like you'll settle
mm-hmm.
because the dating pool is so bad.
Okay.
And you'll be like, well, maybe I can just kind of go back. Maybe I can double back with this person because because it doesn't seem to be like fruitful out there.
Got
That
it.
makes sense. So,
Yep.
yeah.
That makes sense. People definitely do that. Definitely go back to what they're familiar with because it's easier for them. But that's not always necessarily the best idea. We're going to talk about that as well. Gentlemen, what say ye? What do you think about and I guess my question is, let me ask this question to the gentleman. All the ladies just said the dating pool was terrible. Could it be that the ladies are attracting what they are, and it's not that the pool is bad, it's that the bait is bad?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That was crazy. I don't even know why I said that. I felt bad.
What was that last part? What is
Oh, no, listen, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. The Lord told me to ask. I have no idea.
What
We're
was
about to
that
be in all
last
kinds of
part?
trouble.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What was that last part? Or the what is that?
I'm just trying to ask. You
What's
guys
this
can-
show called
This
again?
show's called.
Hey, listen, you're already married.
I know, right? I can say whatever I want.
Trying to set us
I'm
up.
safe. Right. See, I can say whatever I want.
Oh,
Right.
wait,
Whatever I want to, right?
I want to before you. I want to say there's someone I'm not. I know that the dating pool is trash, but there are good men out there.
Okay.
So I want to be clear that I'm saying that.
That's important. Because it does
there
sound
are
like
good-
y'all
there are
acted
good
like
men
it
out
wasn't
there.
nothing good in the pool at all. Y'all was about to go with the
No,
pee in the pool.
I said I found mine on 12th Street.
You did.
It's on 12th Street.
It's a long story. We got to get into that. She got her a good man on that. Everybody that logged off, where everybody get on 12th Street? Y'all got 12th Street right now. Heard of some good men. Like, is it in the food truck? Is it in one of them brothers? Is it at the Mexican spot? Is it over here at the drugstore? Okay. Is that at the Walgreens? Where is it at? All right. Rob, what do you think about? And I mean, handle that however you want. I mean, that's obviously a very hot question, but what do you think?
I'd have to agree with the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the dating pool on both sides is
Okay.
pretty rough,
Mm-hmm.
pretty rocky.
Okay. Demetrius, what do you think?
I agree. You got a lot of damaged people. And when you have a damaged person trying to get with somebody who is on that road to courtship,
Mm-hmm.
that's when the problems start. Because the damaged person, it's not to say that they aren't looking for love, but they don't know what love feel like. They don't know what love look like.
Okay. Problem solved. We gotta get healed and whole. I appreciate that. I do think so. So I asked that question about the bait. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Where it came from. That was just
Wait,
hot.
but to your point,
Yeah.
some women do attract.
Bad guys.
Yes.
Yeah. Could it be that people are looking for things that don't exist? So here's what I see sometimes. Bye, Danny. Sometimes I've seen women who are looking for a very masculine, very submissive dude, and he just don't exist. I mean, like he gotta be the man. He gotta be so tough. But then when I tell him to sit down and shut up, he better just sit down and shut up. I'd be like, that ain't the same dude. I'd be like, that's not the same guy, right? They don't.
What do you guys do at home?
They don't say. I didn't think my life.
How did you last 20
Didn't
years?
save my life. I'm
Don't put that
saying.
on her.
I'm not. No, I'm not. No, it ain't her either. No, I don't. I couldn't deal with that. But I do think there's times where women want an anomaly, and men too, right? Men want some girl who's crazy. What is she in the streets and in the sheets? She's a freak.
Freaking streets. Wait.
Lady in the
Lady.
lady
Lady in the streets. Freaking the sheets. Lady in the streets. Freaking the sheets.
Let me tell you what's messed up. None of us remember the
lady in the
streets part.
streets.
No.
All we knew was the freak part.
Lady in the streets and a freak in the bed.
Okay, right. We all knew that. We like,
What he-
she's supposed to be a freak somewhere. I don't
What
know.
he said.
Yeah.
Okay, a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that cannot exist, but that could be harder to find because she carries herself a certain way all day, every day. But ladies, let me ask you that. Does that exist? Is that a thing?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And this is coming from somebody who's abstaining.
She is abstaining, celibate.
Absolutely.
Y'all heard her. If y'all didn't see her clip about celibacy, she said no intercourse, no outer course, no golf course, no college courses. She said a bunch of stuff. It was so many courses. I was like, I thought I was.
Listen, y'all are killing me with these clips because there's so much context around it. But yes.
What's the context around it?
Well, I mean, I said in my journey, in my 6-year journey, that is where I'm at, right? However, I have not been in a serious relationship to know what could happen. Marriage is the goal for me. However, I'm saying that now because I haven't done anything in 6 years. So it's easy to say that, right? But it hasn't been tested. Don't be trying to come over here and test me either.
I know.
I'm just saying.
And some brothers like heard.
But that's my mindset. That's what I stand on. However, I haven't been in a position where a boundary was,
tested. So you're not judgmental of women
not at
who
all.
are celibate on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
What? Listen, this is the reason why I even said
My
that.
celibacy is like intermittent celibacy.
The reason why
like
I
intermittent
even
fasting.
said that is because, like, what I had shared with you about, I think that show Age of Attraction, and there was Jorge, and I can't remember the young lady's name, but like, she told him she was celibate, but that night she was trying to grind on him, and it was an issue for him the next day because he was like, "I thought you were celibate."
Yeah.
But I just feel like if you're going to make that type of statement, you have to be clear about what that is, because back in the day when you were celibate, it was just that.
Yeah.
Now people are celibate and they doing everything on the course.
Right.
Then there are people who are not, who are just what it used to be. So that's why I said if that's something that you are doing, just be clear about what your specific definition is.
Got
So
it.
no, I'm not judging. I don't care if you hump or not. They ain't got nothing
Oh, it got nothing to do with
I'm
you.
just saying you have to be clear about what that is.
Clear, right?
Yeah.
If you celibate just a little bit, he gonna test and see
Yeah.
how far it's gonna have
Yeah.
to go to
Yeah.
get there. Rob, you have a thought?
Mirroring what Shanti said, you absolutely have to be clear. I think there's so much that's what makes a lot of it murky, because there is so much unspoken expectations and unknown expectations. I mean, there's a lot of people going into it think in the back of their head and they can't verbalize what they actually want.
Right. That's
And if you can't tell the person that you're dating or who's courting you or whatever what you actually want, then they're stepping up to the scene. They're losing. They're already losing.
Yeah.
I think
It's
that's
already a losing
important, yeah.
battle.
deep. Lily, what were you say about that?
No, I think you made a really great point about being upfront about what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, not to jump up to like marriage, but I mean, that's why I'm here. But I guess
right.
that's why I was invited.
No, you weren't just
But
because you
oh,
were
well, I appreciate
married.
that. Yeah.
Yes, you were the
But I mean,
token. You
I
were the
guess
tokens.
when coming out of a long-term relationship where I was not married, when I knew what it was, I knew who God created me to be. I wanted to be single and I wanted to mingle and I wanted to date and have fun and enjoy, but I also knew at that time that I was a mother, and that was my priority. Was that wasn't going to change. Like, my kids are important, were important, right? And so I was just upfront with whomever I was dating that, like, hey, I have kids, and
They ain't going nowhere.
they're not going anywhere. And also, God created me to be a wife, and I didn't care that I was like 38 and had never been married. I like at that time in 2020, there was a man, what was his name, that was out here dogging women that were older and had kids.
Yeah.
He passed
He died.
away.
The Lord took him
Yeah.
out. The Lord took him out.
Yeah, what was his name? I can't remember his name.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but he kept saying like you can't expect
Kevin
like you can't expect a good man. You got 3 kids. I'm like, hold up, I got 3 kids, and I'm going to get a good man because I'm a good woman, and my kids don't hold me back. They make me great. So when I went out with that, when I would go out with people with that mentality, I was confident in who I was at that time, and I was confident in what I wanted. And I didn't go out on the first day and was like, hey, like I want to get married. But when I would start seeing someone, and well, it was only one person. But once me and my husband, like, we got to a place where I knew this could be serious. I have 3 kids. Like he'll tell you now, he's like, man, I heard about them kids every day. Because I wanted
You made sure he knew.
to
She was pulling up
understand,
pictures.
like, I've got 3 kids.
You know it's me, right? You know these my kids,
Listen,
right?
they are my priority.
Right.
Dating life, right?
Yep,
be-
this is
gotta be
it.
real about
They
it.
are my
Absolutely.
priority.
Right.
And I'm a wife. I'm 38 years old. I'm not about to be dating you for 10 years. Like, you're going to know if you want to be with me or not. It's not no pressure, but I'm just letting you know I'm not going to be sitting around here. When I'm 38 years old, I got 3 kids. You're grown.
Take it or
I'm
leave it.
grown. Yeah.
Right, what
it
we
is
doing?
What it is.
What we
Now,
What
you
are we
ain't got to
doing?
propose now, but don't play no games with me, and I'm not going to play games with you. And that's my long response to that.
That's great. That's great. Let me get to something some things in the comments. I just want to catch up on some of the things that were said. Lindsay Rose says, I was told once that kids make me intimidating, and that is absolutely truthful. She said, I'm so in so many ways. If you're a single woman who is a mom/dad, it does intimidate some men. Ladies, raise your hand if you've ever experienced any of that. You guys are all moms. Have you experienced that? You have. Shanti, have you ever experienced that? Okay.
Not necessarily kids,
Right.
just me as a woman.
Okay.
You have kids.
You got to pull your
raise
mic.
them.
You got to talk into the mic.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Not so much as kids, making me feel intimidating, but far as, you're a mom, they know you're a mom, you're raising them, you got a house, you taking care of the bills, you taking care of the kids, you taking care of, you going to work, you still doing all the things.
Yeah.
And it's like, a man walk in and it's like, what do you need me for? And it's like, dude, like you coming through the door.
What do you need him for?
Companionship, love, safety, security, it's like, don't dummy yourself down or make yourself less than because you feel like I'm a mom, I'm a nurse.
Mom. I'm a mom. You're a mom?
I'm a mom.
I'm a mom.
I'm a mom.
Mamacita.
Mamacita? Demetrius, what do you think about men's need to be needed? Do you think it's valid and fair that men, like maybe if a woman wants to be wanted, if that's a thing, and I think both people want to be wanted, I would say, and maybe you don't agree with this, that men do have a need to be needed in the relationship. They are trying to bring something to the table. So what do you think about that? Is that valid? Is that fair? Is that real?
I think it's absolutely valid. Men need to be validated in some sense. But flip that coin over, you can't get with a woman who has kids and just think you're going to walk in the door and she's just going
Kick the kids out.
You need to submit to that.
she's going to say, okay, oh my God, he's finally here and he can do this. And no. It ain't going to work like that because she had to carry this load all on her own for X amount of years or however long it's been.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to go through the storm before you get to the other side.
Right. So it's real.
It's real.
I agree. Rob is the other man. What do you think about men's need to be needed? Is it valid? Is it fair? What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I think every person on the planet needs to be needed,
Right.
and in different ways, And in a relationship, you just gotta know where you stand, because if you don't know where you stand personally, then you're walking into a trap.
Yeah.
Every single time.
I think you articulated that well earlier. People often don't know what they want or need. I think this is true in a lot of situations. People have very vague things that they say. I just want somebody to love me. But then, there's love languages. There's ways of feeling appreciated. There's what the last person wanted isn't necessarily what this person wants. And people come in and they're using these big vague terms, right? Or people say, what's the most important thing to you in a relationship? And people say loyalty. Well, yeah, well, of course, loyalty, right? What else do you want? It's like, what do you want on your sandwich? They'd be like, bread. Like, well, yeah, you want bread as a sandwich. You know, like, we got that part. Like, what else do you want? To be like, I don't care. Anything in the middle is fine. Like, that's not true. You're not happy because you're not seeking what you really want. Lily, to you as a married woman, how important is it for you for a woman to set standards and even goals for herself? Because it's one thing to set a standard for a man. It's another thing to set a standard for yourself and say, I'm going to be a certain way. How important was that maybe even for you in your journey to becoming a married woman?
I think that's why I am married.
Are you saying that's why they're not? Are you taking shots? No,
No. See, here you go. You started.
The reason I'm the married one at the table is because I did what they wouldn't do. No, I'm just kidding. If they would just submit to the Lord and they man,
I'm trying to figure out.
Starting fights.
I'm sorry. This show is really about.
Start no fights. Here you go. It's okay, girl. We know what you mean.
They know what you mean. Okay, go ahead. Welcome to the show. Everybody who's just tuning in, wherever you're coming from, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We're on Twitch. We never on Twitch. Welcome. Dan, what's up, my man? Thank you for being here. Dr. Latrice, we see you. Rachel, thank you for your comments. Everybody, Lindsay, we see you guys. Charles, thank you guys for being here. If you said what's up and I didn't say what's up. Keep talking, keep commenting. We're going to get back to some of these comments. We're going to be playing some videos from a podcast, a lady with some big opinions. We're going to talk about some of those things. And we're going to keep things moving. Go ahead, Lily. What were you saying?
Okay. Question again, just to make sure.
Why are you better than? No,
Why am I better?
Why are you better than single people? No, about setting standards for others and setting standards for yourself. How did that help you in your singleness to get married?
I think that when I was younger, I was not confident enough in myself to set those standards. And I like to use the word boundaries as well. Like, I just wasn't confident in who I was. I think I wanted something to work so bad that I was willing to just kind of lose self. But me keeping my standards, keeping my boundaries, having my goals, prioritizing the things that I wanted to prioritize, showed my now husband, like, hey, like, this is a woman, you know, and she knows what she wants. And we wanted to build each other. I saw Rachel's comment about women being intimidating, men being intimidated by the success that she has, and I've experienced that, and a little bit about like what Janine was saying, which I appreciate, which is huge when it comes to dating. When men come in and they see that you're running the house, you have the kid, like you're paying everything, you're doing everything. What is it that I can do? You know, for you, what have you. When you're confident, though, in that, a good man will see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a good man will see that and he will respect that. Right. So if there's a man that comes in your life that doesn't see that and he doesn't respect that, I mean, it's easy to say, but I don't want you anyway. I don't want to have to lose myself.
Right.
In order to be in a relationship. What's happening right now?
You've upset.
Mic drop. Wait, what?
Oh, no. Oh, I got a mic drop.
And Rob left the building.
She said mic drop, and then my mic comes disconnected. I'm not even going to bring. She done upset Rob. She done upset Sexy Rob.
Sexy Rob has left the building. No, I'm just teasing.
No, he had to go get his. They're trying to tow cars. My mic's not falling off my desk or nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get this situated. No, I think you're okay. He's a regular. No, yeah, you are. No. He's a regular downtown, so he did some stuff. He'll be okay. You know, he's a performer, so he was like, you know, I'm usually here. They know me, and they probably didn't. So that is a fascinating point. Okay, now I'm gonna play our first clip, and then I'm gonna ask you guys to respond to this. I don't have this clip because I necessarily agree or disagree. I just saw this podcast and saw this lady and saw a lot of stuff she was saying. And the reason I want to play it is because everything she said it with her chest. So I was like, this will give us something to respond to. People in the comments, please do so as well. Here's a comment here from Dan. He said, also at times, the man's kids aren't valued as much as the woman's kids. It's weird.
That's not the woman for you. A real woman is not going to let a kid feel like they're not as important as her children.
You could see that happening. That could be possible,
It's
right?
absolutely a
It's
thing.
absolute.
Okay.
It's
It is
absolutely a thing.
Y'all talk
And
about that for a
also
second.
on the flip side of that, having someone with older teen kids and or adult children, a man have to be strong enough to let those children know, hey, this is somebody I'm pursuing. This is somebody I'm interested in. And, as they say, kids grow up and leave the house. Your spouse that you choose or that you guys choose each other is, supposed to be your person forever. So with that being said, he has to let the children also know. Don't let it be a secret and then be like, boom, me and this woman together, you're going to have to deal with it or not. You have to set the table and say, hey, look, this is who I'm pursuing. And, this is where we're going. Have a end goal, not just, hey, this is somebody I'm pursuing, laying with, whatever. And you don't want your kids to meet everybody that you're dating.
No?
If it's a potential and you see it going further than just dating, then that's when you introduce kids.
Okay. She said, does everybody agree with that?
Absolutely.
What is the timeline for that, though? Is it like we're engaged, or is it like we've been on 3 dates and I like his cologne? I mean, what is it? He always smelled good. I think it's
as
time
they
for the
say-
kids to meet him.
As they say, a man knows when he knows.
Does a woman
know?
know? Does a woman know that the man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're dating this guy, you getting really into him. He's been over when the kids were with their dad, and now you want him to be over on them other weekends too. So you're like, it's time to introduce you to some kids.
Well, that's a conversation between the adult parties. Hey, if we're talking about it, you're going to know, like, hey, I'm serious, you serious. Look, like, when are we going to get, when are the kids going to meet each other?
Yeah.
When do we feel like it's a good time to introduce the kids, and go from there?
Go from there. Demetrius, what do you think about that?
Kids is the most important aspect of that situation because sometimes kids can make or break that relationship. Whether it's the man or the woman. So let's say the woman has a certain way that she disciplines her kids, she talks to her kids, but yet you do something totally different. It can be conflicting. At some point, I think that kids shouldn't be introduced to that relationship until both parties are absolutely sure, okay, this is where we're going. Because as far as a woman, let's say, for instance, having girls, you can't bring every man around your daughter. Especially in today's age. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's
The dating pool, you have to find out if they like kids. That's how bad the dating pool is.
They might be trying to use you to get to your kid.
what you mean?
Exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Some men be out here scouting moms to get to the
Their
child,
daughters.
to the daughters
And or sons.
and or sons. Absolutely.
That is a wild statement to me. I've never heard that before.
Oh, it's absolutely true.
Let's not just talk about the girls.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, moms,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
They looking at the
There's
sons
adults.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Adults are finding relationships so that they can
I've-
have children. And that's
It's a
crazy,
thing.
but it's true.
Wild. I never even thought about that. Obviously, you hear about the predators and the things and all that. But to then get close enough to an adult to chase a child, I don't understand.
Listen, when I did social work for 15 years, there was always, we'd have those conversations about the random person on the couch when you go in the house. There's always the man on the couch, and not necessarily saying men, but the man on the couch. Like, why is he here? What does he do? What is he? And it was always something.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with that.
Interesting. Mandy says, for me, my ex-husband had to be introduced to the man I was dating before my kids met him. Do you guys agree that that is a good practice? Should your ex-husband, she said her ex-husband. So let's say a man you have children with, and his children are now going to be around this person, or hers if you're a man. Should your ex have to meet the person before you let the children meet that person? Lily, what do you think? Your eyes got really big.
Thanks. 'Cause
Yes.
I think it depends. So for me, yes, I'm going to meet who the woman is that's going to be around, my kids.
You have to.
I'm absolutely going to meet.
What if he's like, no, I'm not, forget you. I ain't with you. I don't owe you nothing.
Then they're not meeting her.
What you gonna do?
I mean, that's
What-
just
he's gonna
how that
have her.
goes. I mean,
He's gonna have the kids when he has the kids.
I would
You
say
can't
this.
stop him from bringing
In
people
that
around the kids.
situation, I wasn't even concerned about that.
Okay.
So that part of, no, that wasn't an option. That wasn't even something that was.
What do you mean? He knew it wasn't an option. I'm trying to understand. Like, if you,
I think that that's why I said it depends, because certain men know certain mothers So he already know me.
Mm-hmm.
You see how I'm talking?
Yeah.
Like,
So he's like, she's like, crazy.
I'm crazy. No, you know
She a
what?
mama who don't care
I
about
said
her.
I
Her
did. I
babies
worked
are
in
important to
social
her.
work for a very long time, and I saw a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, it's really important to know who's around my children.
Okay.
It's really
I
important.
think it is for everybody. I agree.
Right. I
I
mean,
agree.
but based off of that experience of him knowing me, it wasn't an option. Like, yeah, I gotta meet her.
You know, somebody was
And I want to look at you and let you know what it is that I require. Because these are my children. Like, I'm responsible for them.
Yeah.
So this is what I require in the most respectful way. It's not like I'm going over there and I'm just.
It sounded like
You
it.
know, no.
It sounded like it. It sounded like you grabbed her by the back of her hair, her ponytail that wasn't hers, and you was like, "Listen, if you do something," like she was like, "Oh Lord, I don't know."
These are our children.
Yeah.
And I think I'm passionate about it because we're asking questions about things that don't happen. People don't meet. They argue, they go back and forth. Men introduce kids to women that and the mothers never even know they met, and vice versa. There's the man laying on the couch that the kids then laid up around, and the father doesn't know that the kid's been around. Like, the lack of communication in co-parenting is a whole nother show. So we're talking about something that oftentimes doesn't really even happen. So for me, it's a requirement. I want to, so let me make sure that I'm saying this correctly. When that situation happened for me, I came in with a hug. You know why? Because I want to show you that I respect you, because when I'm away from my kids, I want you to always think she respects me, so I'm going to respect these kids.
That's good.
My dad always told me, be nice to people that are around your kids, because they're going to be the ones that are around your kids. You know, whether it be at school, anything. You can't just talk to people any kind of way and then be like, okay, well, here's my kid for 8 hours.
Right.
Like, you don't know what people are going to do.
Right.
So I come in with respect, but we're going to have those conversations and we're going to talk about those boundaries and my expectations for my children. And we can have the conversation. But I don't think that those conversations happen. We're talking about something that doesn't really happen all the time.
Okay.
And that's not fair for children.
Interesting. Let me read this comment, and Janine, I'll get to you. Asia says, definitely should not be introduced until all parties are aligned on morals and parenting. Literally all mentally healthy parents should be meeting before there's ever even a conversation about blending the kids. You guys sound like you live in a utopia, if you ask me. I don't know where y'all from. I don't know what y'all. Now, here's the funny part. The funny part is, I was married very young, and me and my ex-wife said our rule was, you better be ready to marry somebody before you introduce them to these kids. That's both of us agreed to that. Like, don't be introducing to random people. When you think you're that serious, you can. And interestingly enough, at some point she was interested in somebody, and she was like, why don't we just introduce the kids to people, whatever. But I actually married my wife, and my kids have known her all these years, and we've been together all these years. And it was God. He opened the door, and it was a blessing, and my kids loved her. And it was a wonderful, wonderful thing, and it worked out. And we did have that agreement. But there's a lot of people, and Janine, I do want to there's a lot of people who have, there's a lot of people who, they don't have kids with somebody they respect. Right. Neither parties, we talking about all this mentally healthy and all this stuff. It's like, Asia, not against your point, but it's like, people have kids with people who ain't that sane, who you realize, like, they don't have good sense either. They the ones who I hardly don't want my kids with. Like, so I think us having this perfect come together moment where we're like, all parties come together. Let us bless the children together and pray together and hold hands in kumbaya. And now we shall go off and all get along. Y'all didn't get along before. Janine, what do you think?
Okay, I can agree to some of what Lily was saying, but I also feel like if there's a mutual respect between the mom and the dad, I'm going to believe that my kid's dad wouldn't be with somebody that is not going to treat our kids right. Does that happen all the time? No. Could it happen? Yes. And then when the time comes, like, and I'll even use me as an example, their dad. I'm like, hey, I'm a trusted. Hey, girl, come get these kids. I mean, I ran into her at a restaurant, Applebee's or something. I'm like, hey, girl, here go my number. You ain't got to go through him. Call me.
Right.
If you living with her, y'all serious, whatever. When their situation got rocky, it's like, you know, the kids never went over, but still, it's like, I'm gonna choose that you're gonna have the best judgment for our kids.
Yeah. That's I think that's a fascinating statement. You are suggesting that people who didn't have enough good judgment to treat you the way you deserve to be treated now magically know how to treat children. Now, some people do. Some people are better with children, but some people, they don't have good sense. Some people are selfish. Some people are narcissistic. Some people are always going to do what's best for them. Some people just want to get something like, this girl going to be over here because this girl is, we doing what we doing.
It depends on the person. It depends on how the relationship ended.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is probably like, that's how I see it. I know me and my ex-husband, we ended up being friends after. I was hooking him up with females. Like, I remember I used to
Sounds like an interesting show. What?
Wow.
we
Wait
just
a
became, I
minute.
feel like
Okay.
we were probably meant to be friends
Yeah.
than anything.
I feel that too.
And so it was just like, if like, oh, my neighbor is cute, I know that's your type. Like, you want me to give her your number? Like,
Right.
that's just the kind of banter we had.
Your neighbor's so scared of you. You don't know. I think they tried to kidnap me. No, she keep talking to me and bringing this man around. I don't know what's going on.
And then sometimes I would be petty, like, you know, when we used to go to Applebee's, used to look at that waitress, like, I used to do petty stuff like that too.
But
However,
cool.
but we just had that type of banter. So like, when he met his now wife, when he dropped the kids off, he showed me a picture like, hey, I think I'm gonna start dating this girl. Like, what do you think? And I was just like, I don't know.
Right.
He's just like, well, I got a basketball game. You should come. Like, bring the kids. She's gonna be there. And I went to the game, and I remember seeing her. He didn't introduce us, but she clearly knew who I was. But I remember calling him that night, and I said, well, if you want my opinion, I'm just gonna tell you now, like, that girl has already married you in her head. So you make the decision and be serious, or you let her go. And now they're married. But in that transition, like, he asked me, like, you know, is it okay if I bring the kids around? I hadn't met her personally yet, but just because I know him, I knew he was serious about this specific person for him to ask,
Right.
how do you feel about me bringing the kids around? Because there were people he dated prior to that where he would have the kids for the weekend, and then when he would drop them off, there's some girl in the car. So, but we never had the conversation like, next time, make sure you know, whatever. But if it got like, when that specific situation happened, and then there was some issues with my kids and then her kids getting along or whatever the case, I said, either you fix that or the kids are not going over there. But then over time, because when he met his wife, it was like, oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to play this video, and we're going to get back to this because I do have a question about what if the person says no? Because it is not legally binding in court that you could really go to court and say, I didn't know the person who he brought around my kids. And the court is going to say, you're right. He's in contempt of something. And like, your kid's been around. His auntie ain't no good either, right? And half the people, his boys shouldn't be around your kids for real. That's what you need to be. So there's other people. So it is like, you all are speaking as though you have all this control over what would happen. I hope you do, and I hope nothing would go wrong, of course. But I'm just saying that we really have to think about this. And then I think we need to talk about a little bit about how do you get to those places? Because it can't just be they know what's up. Because somebody out here is watching like, yeah, they know I'm not going to fight them. They know I'm not going to go to court. They know I can't afford to fight. They know I need them to get them on the weekends because I got to work on the weekend. They know other stuff too. So I can't just force their hand. Okay, we're going to watch this video real quick, and then I'm going to have you guys, respond to this, and we're going to try to get Rob back. Rob is outside. He lost out. He locked out. We're going to get him. Okay, check this out, everybody. Y'all let us know what you think. Type your thoughts in the comments.
I think the problem is women say that they want a masculine man until they get one. And then they realize that a lot of their is not going to fly. A lot of that attitude, men are not going to put up with. A lot of the talk back or the constant checks, there's only but so long that man is going to let you continue to correct him before he's over it. And it's even like little things, right? So it could be, oh, I was supposed to turn right back there. Actually, you're supposed to turn left. Or, oh, if they're reading and they read a word wrong, oh, actually, it's this word. Like, there's only but so many corrections that a man wants. And why do you feel like you need to correct him? You're not his teacher.
But what if he's wrong?
Then he'll figure it out.
So you're just going to let a man figure it out. You ain't going to be there to assist.
Assist is different from letting him figure it out. I'm a assist. If it's time for me to come in, sure, put me in, coach, I'm ready. And also, most times, it's not time for me to come in. Does that make sense?
It does.
Sometimes I hear, after I see these videos, and I'd be like, even before I was married, who were y'all dating? I would never fix my mouth to say some of these things that I see online. Now, I might think it in my head, well, a fraction of it, because I honestly, these girls be going off. But I it couldn't, because I'm ruled and governed by respect and standard, I can't say certain things to you. I can't.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Our people is getting situated. Back. We are back in just a second of getting our people. You guys let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. We had a bit of a mishap.
Good God. I'm over here like, did they tell you? What happened?
What's going on?
It's like a scary movie. One person.
The one night that something is going on downtown.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Rob was, yeah. Rob went to move his car, and the door locked behind him, and then the killer jumped out. And then I said Demetrius, because he was the next biggest person. I said, "Can you go protect Rob?" And he was like, "I'll see what I can do." So they both, they both made it back, and now my mic is still trying to come off the desk. Okay, so agree or disagree with what you just heard, Ashanti? I'm going to start with you.
There was a lot in that. Women do ask for masculine men and sometimes are not ready for what that means. But I think that may be connected to a woman who may not be someone who can fully submit. I feel like if
That's a
'cause
cuss word.
I don't care. I want a masculine man. I want somebody that can lead. I want to submit under you, but also with you understanding that I'm your backbone and that you would give me the room to help make decisions. So when she was saying like, I don't. When she was saying something about correcting him if he's wrong or something like that, and she's kind of making it seem like, no, I'm not going to do any of that. Or what's the difference between correcting and assisting? I feel like if you are in a relationship where you feel like you can't speak up about something that your husband is doing that's wrong, that's weird to me. Because if you're the head of household, I'm submitting to you. I trust your decisions, but a lot of your decisions aren't going to always be the right ones. So I feel like, am I going to talk down on you? Absolutely not. But I feel like there is a way to go about a conversation with your spouse if they're not, where you feel like maybe we should try this instead. Or what do you think about this? Like, instead of, no, that's not right.
Okay.
You should do it this way. I feel like there's just a way.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
Somebody, Hubert Carpenter, shout out to my guy. He said, I'm with her. Just because it comes to your mind doesn't mean it should come out of your mouth. Some women don't know how to talk to us.
But again, that comes with tone, right? Because I feel like you can say anything and be very soft in your approach. Because if especially, I don't know, I just feel like men missed the part where we can submit, but we also are your backbone. So you should be able to have a conversation. And that doesn't mean I'm always right either.
Right.
But it is something that we can talk about and not me not coming at you in a way that makes you feel less of a man.
Yeah, okay. Rob, some of the guys, what are we talking about? Like,
I just watched a video just recently, and it said a gentleman was on a panel with some ladies, and he suggested that if women spoke to men like they speak to their little boys,
okay,
to their sons, and then if they gave it to us that way, how much easier would it be for a man to receive it? Because
some women,
you're not tearing your son down ever.
Some woman is saying, I can't raise no man. You a man, he a boy. There's a reason why I'm talking to a boy like a baby, like a boy, because he a baby and he a boy. You a grown man. Man up, bro. Like, get your junk together, pick your socks up, shut up, get over here, whatever.
That's
like,
crazy to me that you
now,
have
now,
a tone like that.
Now you're right.
Tell me.
You're right. It does sound like that. Man up, though, is like, listen, you have no idea what it takes to be a man, to go out into this world every single solid day and be a man. So manning up, that's walking out the door.
To say that.
Come on now. Now, ladies, you guys are acting as though you don't know any women who talk crazy. You don't know any. Okay, I don't know. Because this ain't my life. Y'all met my wife is chill, quiet. I don't deal with that, right?
Please let me say something.
All right, Lily,
I used to be one of those women. If
she's
it came to my mind, it's coming out my mouth. Sorry if I hurt your feelings. I'm gonna need you to put your big boy drawers on.
okay.
That's how I felt about
We're
it.
gonna come back to that. Okay, big boy draws. Coming back to the big boy draws in just a second.
Okay, I feel
GTD.
like I'm over here because my palms are sweating.
Palms are sweaty, knees weak. Okay,
yes,
go ahead.
yes. So
Vomited on this sweat. Okay, fine. Mom's big. Okay.
There's a few things here that and I'm just at Lord, just give me some guidance here because I'm passionate about this and I want to make sure that it comes out correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go back to what Janine said about being a woman, raising children, owning a home, having your taking the responsibility of running the house.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to hit with the minority Black women.
Okay.
That is us, right? That's typically Black women, not just Black women, but I'm speaking from a minority perspective, right? Or viewpoint.
Yeah.
So we are single mothers. We are leading in entrepreneurship. We are leading in as far as education, things like that. So that's me. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a master's degree. I have 3 children. I owned a home when I met my husband.
Red flag, red flag. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Some guys like scary.
Those were all the things that I personally had going on before I got married.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I sat here and told you that I didn't have moments where my husband felt like, I told you this. I ain't one of them. Right? I ain't one of them. But this is where when you meet someone who is willing to meet you halfway and love you enough to embrace your flaws and help you, that's what partnership and marriage and relationship is about. So if you meet a boy, he gonna act like a boy. And if you meet a girl, out there, that's how she's gonna act. But if you meet a man and you meet a woman who are willing to come together and work and understand the space of where we come from, period. Like whatever your background is, you have to understand where you come from.
Right.
And so in this situation, I'm speaking up on behalf of women that look like me, I ain't got the look all the way, but you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're doing.
So as far as Black women,
yes,
give us some time and be willing, right? Women have to be willing to change and men have to be open to understanding to help us to change.
Yeah.
And so my husband was able to come alongside with me because, come on, I'm running a house. So there are times where when things need to be and then right?
He was bossy.
And then he's like, I know
bossy.
how to do that. I think I remember telling you, I was like, okay, so you need to call this person and that person. He looked at me and was like, look, I ain't one of them. You see this? I got this handle. I did this by myself. I did that. I did all this before I met you.
Right.
You don't have to tell me what I need to do.
Yeah.
And so those are the conversations but he saw where that came from.
Yeah.
And so when people love each other, they have to be willing to see where that comes from,
Yeah.
And then as far as her point to women can't say anything to their, I can't give you direction. First of all, Christ created us to be support and be helpful. Now, there's going to be things that women are emotional beings. The man is to be masculine, but we are emotional. The same way Christ met the woman at the well, it was because she was full of all the other stuff, right? We're full of all this stuff. You mean I don't have no knowledge? I don't have any information? I'm here to help you. So there are times where I will listen to my husband and then I know when to come in and say, babe, listen, I love you. I trust you. I know what you're saying, but I think we need to pray about this because this is how I see it. So can we pray about this? Can we talk about this before you make that decision? And then there's some times where I see that he's right. And then there's times where he sees that I'm right.
Right.
And that's part of partnership. I think
does your husband get the final say?
For our home?
That's a no.
Yes.
We're gonna keep it moving.
No.
No, I'm just playing. She's like, oh. I'm not saying. I'm not. I have.
Babe, if you watch it, you
I know,
right?
Right. He about to jump in the comments. He's like,
I just had this conversation with my daughter. I just
Hey.
had this conversation with my daughter.
I don't.
He does. He does get the final say.
Yeah.
But he also allows me to have an opinion.
Okay.
I'm not a dumb woman. I didn't get to where I was. I'm a dumb.
Say what you want.
I want to say one thing.
Yes.
I feel like the conversations are going men, woman. And we're missing the middle part about relationship
Okay, talk
and
about it.
unity.
Yeah.
And that we're not supposed to be against each other. And so that's the other part about even submission. Women see submission as, like you said, oh, that's a cuss word. And this and I ain't submitting. I am. How about yes, I will? Because I want somebody to take some of this off of me.
Yes.
When I met my husband, he allowed me to be a woman.
Yep.
I was being a man. Like, let's be
Deep.
clear. When we're taking care of our kids, we are working full-time jobs, we are going to school, and we are putting on this man hat, and we're running around here. You take out the trash, you do this, and then your son is talking back to you because they wouldn't talk to their daddy like that, but they're going to talk to their mama like that because you're not a man. So understand that we understand we're not a man. I don't want to be a man.
Right.
Take it off of me. Allow me to submit to you.
Yeah.
But I have to feel safe enough to do that. And when I do, he allows me to be a woman. But now I got to break off all that baggage from telling people off for years. And he has to be patient enough to be like, okay, bring
So
it
he
back.
gave you the safe
Yes.
space to
To be a
get to become soft.
Yeah.
Yes.
Safe
It's not like you coming in and it's like, rah, 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 rah. You got, even me, you got to give me time to soften up. Like I let myself become soft for my marriage. And I had somebody that wasn't as masculine as they portrayed herself to be.
Whoa.
So
I'm gonna take myself off the camera.
with that being said, it took me back to being more, running the house, running the kids, running the sports, running the jail that I work in. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm in all of these masculine roles as a woman. Yes. And if somebody approached me today, it'd be like, okay, do I feel safe enough with you to let that down?
Okay.
Rob,
And
where are we going with this?
Yes.
Interesting point. Rob, you had a point. Rob.
Don't hit me upside the head with that mic, Rob.
Why would I do that?
Why would I do that again?
I think the key point to Lily's statement was tone and delivery, as well as listening. Listening is a skill. Just because you hear does not mean that you're listening. And I think that a lot of individuals are listening more to social media, to podcasts, to their therapists, to their pastors, instead of their actual person. Because I guarantee you, if that person's not opening their mouth to say something, they're screaming it from their actions.
Wow.
And if you're not listening to that, you're not paying attention to that, then it's on you.
Interesting. He said there's a difference between hearing and listening. There's a lot of people who are like, I hear you. I heard you the first time. But you're not really listening to understand, right? And they talk about that in life. You're listening to respond. You're listening to defend. It's like war. It's like people don't want to give up ground. Because if I let you win this one, you're going to talk to me like that tomorrow. And they be in the back of their mind like, I am wrong. But I can't let them know. Has anybody ever been wrong? Raise your hand if you've ever been wrong in an argument. You knew it in the middle of the argument, but you kept arguing your side. Anybody ever been there? I've been there. I'm gonna keep arguing this one. I ain't going down because I didn't realize it until about 15 minutes in, and at this point, ain't no turning back. So I'm gonna just keep going, or I'm gonna storm off real quick to try to end this thing. So some people in the comments. Shout out to everybody. Rachel, thank you so much. Rachel was saying absolutely to a comment earlier. Danny is in the comments. She said, "Talk about it." She says, "Say that, say that, say that." Kirsten said, "Right." Women are in very masculine positions and roles. The goal is to be soft when I get home. So another entrepreneur here saying, I got to be masculine in certain spaces, but I want to. She said, facts, Rob. Dree said, facts. But are you listening? I think it really is deep. And I think, let me say this to the ladies. Is it possible that neither of us are giving each other the space we need to be what we need to be? So is it possible you're being too masculine for him to be masculine, and he's not being masculine enough, so you don't feel like you can be soft? And really the problem is we're just not communicating. Like, he has a desire to be masculine. You say you have a desire for him to be masculine. He has a desire for you to be soft. You say you have a desire to be soft. Everybody's saying the same thing, but then everybody gets together and it doesn't work. Why is that? What's stopping us from getting there? And then how much of it is on the other person? Like, you got to make a place for me to be soft. And they're like, but you just cussed me out yesterday, so I'm really feeling kind of masculine towards you. You know what I mean? Like, how do we deal with that? Janine, what do you think?
I think it comes down to being healed and getting rid of trauma. You can't fault me for what Becky said 2 years ago.
I'm not to blame.
Even though it sounds the same and the words may have even been the same 7 words. If you know I love you, you know it's coming from my heart. It's not coming from where Becky came from.
Becky.
And so I think
Sorry, Becky.
sometimes I think sorry, Becky. If you
Becky's in the
if you watch it.
comments. They're like, why me?
And I feel like sometimes when people say things that we've heard before, it clicks something in our brain that's a trigger from something that happened before. And when that person blows up, or like, why you talk to me? And it's like, wait, whoa, like, why are we doing all that? Like, dude, is we cool? You know, and I think it's just triggers. You know, some people, you know, like Shanti was saying about her, you don't know how you're going to respond until you've been hit with that trigger again. And you don't know if you actually let it go or healed from it until you've been faced with it again.
I appreciate that. Janine, I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off. Janine's cadence, she talks, she takes half a breath. And I ain't got good sense. I'd be like, oh, she must be done. And I'm jumping in. I'm going to get it together. She's like, can I take my time? Take your time, Janine. Take your time. Demetrius, what do you think about this? Whose job is it to create the space for the person to become what they need to become? And how much is it on them? Like, is it 50-50? Is it 80% your job to make it able for a woman to be soft? Or would you like her to come in a little soft? Oh, look, she ain't got to be charming, but can she be a little better than the Scots? The rough stuff from prison, like, can she be something better? I mean, I ain't never been to prison. I just heard about it. How much is it on the man? What do you got to do? Do you have to make a perfect soft space for her to land?
I think for a man, it takes a lot of understanding. But before we even get that far, we got to focus on us. What I mean by that is we walking in with attitudes. We walking in with trauma.
Men and women.
Men. Well, I'm talking about men right now.
Okay, you talking about men.
So
men be having attitudes? Wait a minute. I didn't see that in the dictionary.
You got a woman who want to be soft.
Okay.
But sometimes we can't receive that. We can't receive it because we got our own trauma. We got our own issues. And a lot of us have grown up like, okay, we're the man. We supposed to do ABC. And ABC might be wrong, but this is what it's always been. So we're going to keep on doing it. And you don't even realize that you causing her to stay in her masculine stage because you throwing off these attitudes and all this stuff. I can say for myself, my attitude is horrible. But my attitude comes from a lot of past trauma and not even from relationship, just life.
Yeah.
Until we learn how to heal. See, everybody says that time heals all wounds. That's a lie.
I agree.
That's a lie.
Yeah. You can be a long
because you can have
mess.
all the time in the world and be sitting in that time and space and not doing the work to become better. And it might be a life coach, it might be a therapist, it might be whatever, but you're going to have to do that because you're going to end up running her away.
Yeah. I love it. We're going to play another clip here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys. Please hit those hearts, hit those shares. If you've not yet shared this broadcast, if you're on Facebook, share it. If you're on YouTube, hit the share, send it to some family, some friends, tag some people in the comments. On Facebook, you can put @so-and-so. So if you know somebody who would enjoy this conversation or needs this conversation, it could be your baby mom, your baby dad, whoever it is. If you think they need to hear this, you're in a relationship with somebody, turn this on right now. This is what I've been trying to tell you. But tag somebody in the comments, let them know this is a safe space. Our goal is to not, I told you guys at the beginning, Dree, get out the comments. Just his cousin. His attitude is horrible. Get out of here, Dree. Get out of here. I was just about to say that. Whatever. Hagen, Miss Gloria Pope, been married many years. Shout out to her. She said it always boils down to having respect for one another. Somebody I admire, somebody who I've seen have a long-term relationship, and we need those role models too. And I know somebody who wrote a book about this, but the concept of we learn things from who we're around. So we learn how to walk from seeing other people walk. We learn how to talk from whoever around we're talking. If you grew up in a bilingual home, you learn to speak multiple languages. Rob, if you don't mind, I don't know if you know anything about this. Rob, if you don't mind, he might have just dropped a new book, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. Do I got it right here? We are selling this right now. I have it in my trunk. I will sell you my copy for $62.99. No, so I'm trying to come up. Walk Like a Child by Robert Thompson Jr. How Childhood Habits Unlock Success at Any Age. Rob, fascinating book. It's a new release. Talk to me a little bit about what you think about relationships and who we surround ourselves with. If I'm a guy and I'm around a bunch of guys who out here wild and whatever, does that impact me, or can I be the good guy amongst the wild wolves? Women, if they're around a bunch of where are all my scammers and stuff, is that going to impact them, or they can be around girls who looking for scammers and look for
I stand with India.
me too. I stand with India. We need to stop listening to this nonsense. Rob, you wrote a book about this. Tell us a little bit about the book and tell us how this applies to relationships.
Oh, it absolutely applies. I mean, from the very beginning, when we're born, we learn by immersive learning. The majority of our things that we learn in our lives, each and every day, is immersive. I mean, yeah, you can learn things by reading, you can learn things by that, but immersive learning is where you're actually involved, and the individuals who are around you, whatever they're successful at, and terrible stuff, it could be good stuff. It could be
Right.
like high
Really
stuff,
good at
low
being
stuff.
bad.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever they are good at, you're going to gravitate and pick up on those things. And that is going to be applied to your life. And you're going to start to walk, and you're going to talk, and you're going to socialize like that individual. It's just bound to happen. And you can fight it as long as you can possibly fight it. But eventually you're going to be up and you're going to be moving around. You're going to be walking and talking and doing the things.
Yeah. So being around people who are not going in the same direction can slow you down, right? So ladies, do you challenge your friend group? Because I mean, a lot of times your friend group, especially at certain ages, have been developed over a lot of years. And some of them still ain't no good. Guys, sometimes we still got some friends who is like, yeah, I wouldn't introduce Buddy to my family or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like he cool. I've said this a lot before about I'm like, I got guys who I'm like, they are cool with me. I wouldn't be in no I wouldn't tell nobody to be in no relationship with them. They a cool friend though. They cool with me, but I'm never gonna be in that situation with them. Ladies, any of you, what are your thoughts on how do you filter your friend group, or does that matter to you, or do you ever think about that?
My friend group has changed over the years. I don't have many friends. I've never had many friends. It's not because I don't like friends. It's, it's just who I am. I've always been somebody that's walked alone or, one or two. If I want to travel, I have a friend that loves to travel. We go travel. Right. If I have somebody that I want to get spiritual with, I call that friend that I know I can be spiritual with.
She got a roster of friends. This is good. My friend roster. What am I calling it today? Who likes crab? Who likes crab legs? Keisha crab legs. My phone is Keisha crab legs. She like crab legs. Oh, go ahead. I'm glad you got this.
So being now older, it's like, dang, like maybe I do need some friends, just to kind of, balance me out. Do I have people that I went to school with that I could call, that I can, hey girl, let's go out to eat. I've done that, and it's like each friend group plays a particular role in my life. Not necessarily like, girl, I'm dating. Can you help me find somebody? So I do watch the podcast. And it's like, oh, they say go to a cigar lounge. Do we even got cigar lounges around here? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you go where you want to be seen. Like if you want a businessman, you go where business people are. If you want a hood dude, go to the hood. Go to one of these bars or something. I don't know.
Right. I don't know. Who wants one of those? Ladies, anybody, Shanti, thoughts on that friend group?
Yes, I have a pretty awesome friend group. I do challenge them. They do challenge me. But like I said on the other podcast, majority of my friends are married though. And but I've learned so much about marriage through being in rooms with them and different dynamics of marriage. They may handle an argument this way, vice versa. But when it comes to like goals and stuff like that, like I think we have one friend in the group who owns her own business. So if I, like I'm trying to get this business off the ground, can you help me? Then I'll go to her for pointers. Or I got a friend that, she cooks really good. Hey, can I get that recipe? Like, so I got a friend roster too, I guess. But everybody plays a part it's more like family. Everybody plays a part. So yeah, I definitely challenge mine, and they challenge me.
I love that. Lily, you got any friends?
I don't.
I didn't think you did. I was about to say Lily got her husband and her kids, and she be busy.
Listen, I mean that is it. Like I was just sitting here, I was like, I don't really have. I sound a little bit more like Janine. I guess.
Are you okay?
Like, I'm okay.
Can you lean toward the mic a little bit?
Oh,
You don't have to be that far back.
Sorry, I don't
Lily,
know. I'm
Lily,
sorry.
I could ask
I didn't
the
wanna-
chat if some people could be your friend. Is it like you need some friends, or you cool
No,
without them?
I've
don't like
always
people?
been a loner.
Okay.
I've never had a group of friends. It's never. I don't know why, but I haven't. I've always had like separate friends, and so like this friend. You know what I mean? This is the friend that I pray with. This is the friend that I might. But even like,
Like cuss people out.
yeah, but like,
Okay,
I
I don't
don't.
No.
Why are you messing?
You
with
know,
me?
I'm just
you
playing.
can't-
I'm not messing with you in
can't do
particular.
Have y'all noticed this since I got every time I say something, he's like, "Oh, you're such a well. What did I do to you today?"
Lily, stop,
Goodness
man.
gracious!
I am not picking on you.
I actually don't.
You've been my co-host more often than
I
anybody
know,
else.
right?
I've
He's
done
a-
this with you more than anybody else. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have one friend, a girlfriend of mine that I have been friends with since I was in high school, and she's my BFF, and I could go weeks, even a few months, and not talk to her, and I know that when I need her, I will call her, and she will be there.
That's good.
And if there's something private that I need to share, it's not going anywhere. Like that's my friend.
Yeah.
But I've always been that way. Like my kids have become my friend. If I have a kid-free weekend, it's me and my husband. Like, and if he got something to do, I'm like, first of all, that's not what's happening.
Ah! Can't see your plans,
Right?
brother.
No, I really enjoy just being with my husband.
Yeah.
But if I need a girlfriend, I have one girlfriend that I am, that I love and I trust, and that's who I connect with. Yeah.
There were some people in the chat saying they'd be your friend. You are popular. Don't think you
So
couldn't
who's
have
gonna be
some
my
friends.
friend?
Um,
Okay, thank you,
and
Danny.
it's-
It looks like it's one person, and
well-
her name is Danny.
well, yeah,
Thanks, Danny.
well,
There was
She-
another person.
She's a people, and somebody else said
What I'm
something.
talking about.
Quick comment, and then I'm gonna get to Rob, and then I'm gonna get
Oh,
to
thank you.
Dan. Has been making some comments here. Dan, I want to get to some of the things you're saying in the comments, and thank you guys for your comments. Thanks for your things in the chat. While I have not been able to get to everything, I've put some of them on the screen, and your comments are still valuable to the others in the chat as well as to replay viewers. So please don't feel like because I didn't say something about what you said that your comments in the chat aren't valuable. Keep talking, keep sharing. We see you guys. Thank you guys so much. Let me say this. My wife is my best friend for real. My wife went out of town last week for like 4 long days. And I was like, this ain't right. Now, the funny part is I'm a very capable man. I can cook, clean, do laundry. She came back. I had replaced my daughter's battery in her car, which was some crazy hour job because it was way back up in the back. I had put in a new light fixture, not change the light bulb, change the light fixture, right? And I mean, I can hold it down. I can handle it. But she's just my favorite person. I have great male friends. Rob is one of them. Hugh is in the comments. There's I have phenomenal men who hold each other accountable for real. But I am fortunate in that way that I do. Now I'm also a guy. I'm also like a guy, like a girl guy. Like I'm a girl. I mean, I have a son who's my guy, but I have more girls than guys. I always had more female friends growing up. I relate well to women. I was a mama's boy. So I understand women because I spent so much time up under my mom. I'm like, I heard women's thoughts, my sister. And that's who I learned life from in a lot of ways. So for me, I feel fortunate that I get to enjoy her and enjoy our time together and enjoy every minute and the person I'm going to spend time with. But everybody's not like that. And so I think that's another thing that we have to learn to navigate. A lot of people want their own space, and that can't be wrong, right? And I think that's something we have to talk about. Rob, what was your point?
I was just going to say that one of the hardest realities that we've got to address is actually being honest with ourselves, especially in relationships. And
It'll expose you.
it
who you
will.
are.
And it came out earlier, and I didn't get a chance to speak on it about women being intimidating. Well, at some point in time, you got to ask yourself, am I intimidating?
Come on.
Because if people are continuing to tell you, and they're continuing to tell you, and they're continuing to tell you, there's something about your demeanor, there's something about the way you carry yourself that is intimidating. And guess what? Not every man on the planet is confident enough to go up to an intimidating woman, even though they like you.
Right.
They might be in love with you. Like, man, if I could just get it close to her.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know, she's mean. Like, she walks by and smile and this and that and then turns out they sit down, they have a discussion, and she's the most goofy,
pleasant. Yes.
the most laughing, like, what, like, where I was completely off.
But she wears a scowl, right?
And I understand it, being a man
Yeah.
in a masculine world, going out here and fighting all of these battles, especially as women who you're not geared to do this. Like,
Right.
you were not set up to do this.
This wasn't God's plan.
It wasn't
the way it's playing out in a lot of
exactly. It wasn't God's plan for you to be able to be
have
out
to
here
do-
to do all of these things on your own. We were supposed to be in relationship with one another, handling balancing out each other.
Yeah.
So, but if you're not honest with yourself,
Yeah.
I mean,
That could be the reality.
like, if you don't feel it, fake it. Put a face on, fake a smile.
Lucas had me do homework some years back with that, because I was straight face, tunnel vision. Anytime I go to the grocery store, I'm going here, and that's all I'm doing. So he challenged me when I read his book. What about
The man manual.
The
Yeah.
man manual
Yes.
that he couldn't find the other day, and I got mine off the shelf. Like, I just found one.
Yes.
Look, I just found
that
one in here.
drawer.
Look at that. I got one. I'm gonna put it back out there. I had taken it down because I was like, I'm gonna revise this. I wrote this 10 years ago. I have some other thoughts. So I took it down off of Amazon, and Rob yells at me every other day, like, boy, if you don't put that book back, okay, I'm gonna get it back out there or revise it a little bit because I want to give an updated vision on it. But I did say that because I do respect women who are frustrated that they go into the store with their bonnet on.
No
To
bonnet.
get-
No bonnet.
Okay,
We
no
don't go with
okay,
bonnets.
Okay, no bonnets. She got a T-shirt that says no bonnets. I know Jesus, no bonnets. Jesus, no bonnets. But like, literally, they are stressed. They're going through something. They need to just go to the store, and some guy walks up to them, not knowing what they just went through. Right? They look like what they've been through. Okay, and the guy walk up to him like, "Why don't you smile?" And they not even being gentlemen about it or kind or sweet. They're just looking at him like, you owe me your smile, whether I owe you anything or not, smile, right? So I understand that side of the coin. And I understand, to my point to Janine was, a smile is attractive. It attracts people. There is a reason, humanity, villages came together and people smiled as they walked toward each other, or they held up swords. It was like a way of saying, I'm peaceful. People, it's a body language. There's a great book called What Every Body Is Saying by a guy named Joe Navarro. And he talks about smiling and different things. And even when you see a baby, a real smile, your eyebrows go up. Like, you ever really be excited? You know, when you walked into the party and people was like, what's up? And then somebody else walked in, they was like, what's up? You was like, oh, you don't really like me. You know, you gave me the fake smile. So there's different levels of it, right? So to women, to men, to everybody, I would often say, I think men are like this too. Especially like black man to black man. We going through some stuff. I walk by, I look at you, I'm like, what's up? When dudes don't even look up at me, I be like, bro, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Or anybody for that matter. I'm like, what's up? So anyway, I just say that to ladies out there who are listening. Okay, forget the man who told you to smile, the rude dude, or the dude that was, 60 years older than you, and he comes up, sweetie, why don't you smile? You're like, brother, why don't you sit down somewhere? Who let you out? Like, why are you outside?
So irritated.
Right. Why are you even outside, sir?
Right.
Like, I don't think you should be out here. Yeah, so I do think it is a piece of advice to people, men and women, to smile, because it shows an openness that would allow a man to walk up and talk to you. In the movie Hitch, Will Smith, playing the character that he played, talked about it. He said, women think men are comfortable to just walk up and create a relationship out of thin air, out of nothing. Right. That's hard. Y'all think it's hard for a man. So just a pro tip. And sometimes women are intimidating. And self-awareness is the first part of emotional intelligence. The first domain of emotional intelligence is self-awareness. And most people are much more aware of others than they are of themselves. Mm-hmm. And so they think everybody's just being something, not realizing people are responding to you a lot of times. They're not just like that. They're like that because you're like this. I remember the day I realized this in my marriage. I said, what if my wife is not being a way? What if she is that way because she's responding to the way that I am? Mm-hmm. So I went about this experiment of being better. Let me just be, I'm a loving husband, but I am a go, 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 what's go, go, go person. And I can be very intense. My wife would be like, you're so intense. Why are you so intense? So I changed. I consciously tried to be better and different. And it was the oddest thing. I changed and then she changed, which proved my point that she was actually responding to me. And as men, we want to be the leaders of the house and all this stuff, but sometimes we don't want to be the first one to change in order to see change in relationships. So to the men out there who swear it's always the woman's fault, a lot of times the woman is responding to you, leader, man, sir, get it together, and she will be able to get it together. Okay. All right. So let's.
Like he got something to say.
Who got something? Demetrius, you got something to say, brother? I don't want to hold it back. And the ladies like, we want to hear from the men. We need to hear from the men. Go ahead, brother.
So the spiritual side of it. One of my favorite scriptures is Psalm 139:23. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts. If there be any wickedness in me, take it away and lead me in the way everlasting. Be careful what you pray back to God. Because when he begins to show you, are you willing to do the work?
Wow.
That one there.
That for those couples who are spiritual, that needs to be a scripture they pray together. That needs to be a devotion they do together. I remember God told me some years ago, you got to go through the process in order to get to the promise. Sometimes we step out of his will and then we wonder why we got bad men, why we got bad women. Well, you stepped out of my will in the first place. Now you got to go through this process to get back to the promise.
The trip to the promised land wasn't supposed to be that long, right? And so you stepped out of what God had and planned, and now you're wondering why you feel like you're going through hell because you stepped out from under God's covering. Why is it raining? Why are you getting wet? Why are you getting stormed on? Because you stepped outside of the provision and the covering that maybe God had for you. All right, back to the chat real quick. Back to the chat. I need a song for that.
One quick.
Yes.
So I went on or I had a text message come through a while back from an individual said, if we meet at the place, is it still a date?
That's what the girl said to you?
That's what she said. If you don't pick me up, is it still a date?
Meaning what? You gonna pay for it? Or what?
I said, I don't follow rules. Because there's all of these rules and stipulations out here about how dating should be. And actually the rules should be created between you and the partner.
Not the world.
Not what society
Absolutely.
comes in and says, well, this is how it should be. This is what you need to be doing. If you're not doing, if he didn't do this in 3 months, if he didn't do this in 6 months, then he don't love you and this and that. Like, you
Who told you that? Right.
Follow these guidelines that society has set up and believe that you're going to build a solid relationship for yourself if it's not based upon the two people that are in the relationship.
Phenomenal advice. We are at 7:30. Panelists. Anybody's kids at home hungry or something? I mean, we can shut it down or we can go one more round and wrap up in the next 10 minutes. How we doing? They blinked twice. I think that means they're ready to go to their kids. No, I don't
Kids are
know.
grown.
My kids is hungry. One person said,
safe or unsafe?
I said that right. One person was like, my kids is grown. The other person was like, my kids outside. They're hungry right now. They're watching a movie in Centennial Park by themselves. Okay. I think we're at a place where we can shut this down. We're going to continue this conversation. I want to thank you guys for coming in. It's not easy. This is our first time doing this too. So you didn't know where we were going. I didn't particularly know where we were going. I just know Ashanti came on here acting up, and I was like,
I was calm today.
No, you were calm. You were calm. You were calm. But it prompted a lot of conversation. Lily has been on. Lily, same thing. She came on and always tells the truth about relationships and how she feels and what she thinks, and I value that. In that. And gentlemen, thank you guys for being here, because a lot of times, like I said, it's not always easy to get men to come and be vulnerable or say whatever, because it's more likely to be looked at as like, oh, those men, how dare they say certain things. So I want to thank you guys for being here. Janine, for your openness and your willingness. And you're somebody I've known for many years and through some ups and downs. and to still be not far out of some difficult things, which I think you handled delicately and carefully. But to be willing to come on and have this conversation, I think means a lot. And it means something to the people out there watching. To everybody out there in the comments, thank you guys so much for your comments, for your conversation. We see you guys. Andrea Ramsey, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Devon, we see you. Carlton, thank you for all of your comments and all of your thoughts. I'm gonna have to bring Carlton in here one day. He's quite outspoken, and he'll say he's been married a long time, but he'll tell the truth. So Carlton, I'd love to have you on here. Ron, another guy, I'd love to have on here sometime. Dan, I'd love to have you on here again. Dan, you said a lot in the comments. Thank you so much for keeping the comments going.
Some of Dan's
Yeah, we
comments.
should address
Because he was going.
Okay, all right. They said they got time to address some of
you
Dan.
to shut it down.
All right, I don't know. I was trying to read the blinks. I didn't know. I was just trying to.
I'm like, why are we rapping it?
All right. So I did my rap. So if I just shut it off at some point, y'all know what happened. Okay. Let me see. I want to see what Dan said. This comment here. So you guys, if you guys can stick around for a minute. Dan said, "Women are nothing like our mothers and grandmothers these days. Women love control, and the government gives it to them." Dan said that. I didn't say it. I was
I do not agree with Dan.
All right. No. I mean, Dan, thank you for your transparency and honesty. We want to have honest conversations. Janine, what say ye?
I don't agree with Dan. I agree. I think
You think you're like our grandmas?
no.
Okay, so you agree with that
Because
part.
Big Mama done put up with a lot of stuff that we ain't gonna put up with today. Like the kids on the Southwest, Northeast, and we living on the North, you know, whatever.
Big Mama out there.
So-
Yo, Big Mama. No.
Big Mama and them had granddaddy and them that took care of the house that you lived in. Or I'm not even gonna say you, Dan. I'm not talking to you. I'm just saying you, us. Grandpa took care of the house that we lived in. Granddaddy brought the money home. Granddaddy took care of business. A lot of men want the grandma, mom, woman, but don't want to do what granddad and them did to keep the house. With that being said, I feel like some men need to heal from the trauma of the woman that they lay with or woman's.
The women's is.
Because you're getting all their demons and everybody else's demons that they land with. So not only are you battling your demons, you're battling everybody else's too. So to piggyback off what I think it was Sexy Rob said, people don't want to do the work. You want to point the finger, but there's always one pointing back at you. So what are other people doing to get the work done to attract the person that they want to attract? So if you ain't gonna do what granddad and them did or doing,
Don't expect to get
grandma and mom.
Grandma was at home. She wasn't out
Right.
here working hard.
And not saying that that the woman won't work. Just saying, hey, you can come home to a hot meal. He made a comment about women don't cook. If I'm cooking and you eating outside, what am I cooking for? Who am I cooking for? I'm not cooking for you and outside. So you get the hot meal.
That's the offering plate.
You can
Where's
get
the offering
grandma and mom treatment, but are you willing to do what granddad and daddy did?
All right.
Mic drop. We can stop now.
Mic drop shows over. You heard me read the question. He was like, "Uh-oh." He's like, "What's up there?"
And that's from a place of love, Dan. I love you. I look at your comments and I be like, boy, come over here and let me anoint you and pray over you because somebody did something
to have kids with too.
Okay.
I think we tend to.
What you?
I think we tend to
Somebody's
lean a
phone
lot on the negative sides of things too.
Okay.
Years ago when we did have grandmas and moms and all of that, there was great family units.
Yes.
But we tend to highlight the negative, like the ones with the dual families and, granddad is at the bar till midnight and he coming home, he beating everybody and, but you cannot.
Everybody, you can hold it. The dog, the cat, everybody.
You cannot tell me. Okay. You cannot tell me that there were not nucleus families that were loving, thriving.
Yes,
those were just the ones that were not in attention.
Yeah,
the newspaper is full of all types of negative things, while all of this positive stuff is going on around it.
Yeah.
So much more positive stuff is going on around it than the negative.
Yeah.
So we got to make sure that we're leaning and we're paying attention to the positives as well.
To that as well.
I
Excellent.
appreciate that comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Couple more comments from the comments. Just Tina says, Miss Tina Key says, she says, yes, grandma didn't have the resources to leave. So in some instances, maybe grandma stayed and couldn't stand granddad, but you wouldn't have known it. You know, she didn't have the resources to leave. Okay, great comments, Lindsay. We see you. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody who was in the comments, again, thank you guys. We're gonna start nominating people to come on the show. I saw some people in the comments. That would be great. Maybe there's some people who could come on, men and women. Don't be mad at me if you don't get selected. I know how this is about to go. It's gonna be some people in my inbox like, I should be on next week. You know, that's gonna be a problem. I'm not sure when we're gonna do this show, how this cadence is gonna go. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be weekly or bi-weekly or whatnot, but I do think it's gonna evolve into a show of its own. I want to thank you guys for being here on our initial show, and I'd like you guys to be regulars, to come back and help, fill in and to share. Openness matters. We will be sharing clips from this. Please support the clips, share them, comment on them. And we'll be talking about some more subjects to kind of lead us into some of these and taking some of your questions. Send some of your clips to us at Lucas Live Media that you're seeing on social media that you think might be good things to talk about. And again, shout out to everybody who was transparent in the comments. Shout out to our people who are here in the room. Everybody, thank you guys who are going to be at our R&B Fest. It's not mine. I'm not throwing it. I'm just hosting. Come to the R&B Fest this Saturday. Make sure you get your tickets right now to the R&B Fest, July 18th. It's not going to be at Centennial Plaza, though. Actually, it's going to be at the Civic Center because of weather. So make sure you guys get your tickets to that. Tickets are on sale right now. Buy one, get one free on Ticketmaster. They are $32 for one, so that's $16 total for 2 tickets. Get those today. If you need any help or any information, let me know. The Unit Band, the Rob Johnson Experience, will be there. Light the Flow will be there, and Brownstone and Sunshine Anderson will be in the building. It's going to be a great time. Don't miss it, and let's support good music. I love me some good music. We're going to do some music up in here. We're going to play some songs and make people say, well, what did that song make you think about? What did that song make you feel? One more time to the panel. Dan, thank you so much. He said the show was fire. I appreciate, Dan, that you were able to make some real statements, hear people even maybe have a statement back, and stick with us and share. Dree, thank you so much for everything. Ladies and gentlemen, this was our first episode of Lucas Live After Dark. I don't know what it's going to be called. We're going to work on some names.
Is the name.
Okay. That's the name.
Yes.
But it's light outside. Okay. All right. Lucas Live After Dark. Thank you guys once again. Thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys next time on the next episode. Share this with somebody. Check out the clips. And thank you guys. Everybody, we love you. Have a good night.